gentlemen, two stalwarts of corporate world coming together, Apollo Hospitals, and Reckitt Benckiser.
I strongly believe that you are making a very strong impact on the global health. I always believe that I, an Indian, coming from that place, feel that I am a global citizen. And this is why, if you do whatever we have done, and what you are going to do now to take it to the next level, I am sure we will create an environment so that people have healthy, happy life. The health there is not only disease, but the prevention of disease, I think, is what the greater role that together we are doing. This is going to be a great model for the world. But we know now, in India, overseas, the hand infections in the hospitals is around 4%. And in India, it's 5 times more, 18%. For all this to be eliminated, what does this mean? More antibiotics, more health deteriorates. Instead of helping them, it's going to hurt them. But by the simple method, which according to me is a very wonderful thing, I am recollecting now, when I wanted to start Apollo, I went to Dr. Dettol. I don't know how many of you know. He was then the best, world's best. September, when I went back, he called, pressed the bell, called a nurse, called Shannon Bryson. She came, she set up the standard for our post-op. Believe me, today our post-op is as good as one of the best centers anywhere in the world. So I think this is what you are now making there. It is post-surgery. But here, it's a day-to-day, minute-to-minute. Every action of ours, we need to see that we are safe. Whatever we're doing is safe for our health, it's safe for our neighbors and the society.
Absolutely. So I wanted to ask you a few questions about your amazing vision of total health. So it is an amazing vision because it is so simple, yet it is amazing because it is very, very daunting. Right? It encompasses a lot of areas which sometimes can look very difficult to do. So I want to ask you, what was the genesis of this vision? So why this specifically, and why is this so important to you? And second, did you at any point of time feel that this is difficult? Because it is a very daunting vision. The concept of total health is simple yet daunting. So
I think everything is very difficult. Unless we have determination saying, I want to do this. And if you stop there, nothing will happen. Then you must say, this is my mission, and I will do everything possible to see that happens. And nothing comes in the way. You have seen many, many things that happened today, and what's going to happen tomorrow. Artificial intelligence, 5G, 6G, and all of these are going to come. These are all because the people have said, we can do it, and I will pursue them. So I think this is our goal. And thanks to Mandeep, Subhana, Anupam, everyone, and my family participated tremendously. But most importantly, the villagers got convinced. The villagers in the beginning, when the doctors went to their house, they said the lady is not there. They were afraid that we were going to do surgeries on them. They didn't think that it was just making them healthy and happy, but they thought Apollo means maybe they will do major surgeries on them. And today we have an excellent relationship. They don't have to go to their houses, and they keep camps. Everybody comes. So when I go there now, I enjoy that, seeing their faces lit up with happiness. Even whatever they talk now a little beyond health, saying, Dr. Reddy, you must see that we get some water. That lake is dried up for the past 10 years. Can you do something about it? So we are trying to see what more can we do. We talked about the plantation of trees. One of the admirers of Sadhguru, when he did the rally for rivers in Madras, I co-chaired with him. And I promised that we will do at least 200,000 plants in our place. Unfortunately, last year the rains completely disappointed us. They did only 20 or 30,000, and 80+% are surviving plants. But this year they say the rain is better, especially last night, and we will do as many as possible because I think this will make a great impact. But finally, there's always that one wish in me saying, if I can make this bundle a happy, healthy one, why can't we replicate it across the country? I'll give you two important examples of this. One is, 7 years ago when we first tested, we found 8 people with cancers. We treated all 8 people. Unfortunately, we lost all of them. Last 3 years, they found 14 cancers, 9 in women, 5 in men, detected early, operated, they will lead a normal life. The second thing also that Singh said, the diabetes and the hypertension. Many people who knew who were hypertensive or who were diabetic were not taking their medicines regularly or not monitored properly, so that they was not adjusted. And many did not know that they had hypertension and diabetes. All that was needed is a thorough screening. Today we have a data which is in the cloud, which immediately tells us that he is a diabetic, he is being monitored well, his pressure normal, and then if you prevent these, there is a huge threat which the world is facing. I'm sure you are aware of that, called the non-communicable disease. It's not a small thing. It's going to cost the world $30 trillion according to World Economic Forum. But what are these NCDs? Diabetes, heart problems, cancers, strokes, and infections. All appearing at a very early age. Here, a 15-year-old went for an exam and dropped dead. There was a lady who got married, 28-year-old. After the Tali was done, the priest said, go and see that lucky star. She couldn't get up there. She got dropped dead. So this disease is spreading so rapidly. And then, without other people, still are innocent. I'm happy that the government has taken a large measure in establishing that so-called 100,000 plus wellness and checkup centers. But we have a big program to launch on what I call a war on NCDs. Probably before the end of the month, we'll launch this program. Our team is getting ready. But the advantage that we have is, we have already done, we're the first in the world to have had a health checkup done, called the master health checkup. So we already have done over 30,000 checkups, so that's 30 million checkups. So that has given us a great advantage. But unfortunately, originally we didn't have all the records, but about 5-6 million records were available. We appointed one of the leaders in artificial intelligence, called DXC from London. They have worked on it. Now when they brought blood from you and me, and the tests are done, it's different because the artificial intelligence clearly says what is needed to find out your state of health. So this is going to be a major step which will make whatever about proactive healthcare will make. So this is another wish. My third wish, of course, is there is a lot of this is what the government also is fighting. These different classes of people, the highest income, higher income, middle income, low income, and low income people. You give it to the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
I think that
Absolutely. Now I wanted to get some piece of advice from your experience which will help the task that we're doing with Dettol also a bit easier. You talked about when you first went with the Total Health program, your teams faced some resistance, right? So the doors were not opening, the people were not showing up, etc. And slowly you turned the tide, right? And now it is a very successful program. So as Dettol tries to do the habit change in terms of hand washing and so on for India, it is also a slow change. And people, even though they see the benefits, they are not that. It's a slow process. What can we do to accelerate that process? Because it is definitely for the good of the people. The habit of hand washing, sanitation, and so on and so forth.
I think you said properly that is good for people. So what is needed, most important, is to repeatedly show them instances of what happened if they did not take the proper steps for hygiene. There are plenty, especially in a village circumstance. You will see plenty of instances. So I think you must continuously highlight them. If one person is impressed, believe me, he'll talk to 10 other people. So this is where it's not going to be done overnight, but I'm sure with the efforts that you and I will put together, it will make a major impact. And as I said, from Kavanampally Mandal, you must take to all mandals all over the world.
Absolutely. So I will take the concept or you're providing on seeing is believing, right, is something that we would take it into our programs on Dettol, and I look forward to a huge result in it. I wanted to, at this moment, thank you once again for the privilege.
Before that, I just wanted to say, see, just because they're in a village, it doesn't mean that they can't pick up fast. Just now they said, we started school 10 years ago. 17 students appeared for the final. After seeing very clearly said, most of them had superb marks. 10 out of 10 had 10, I think, or 14 of them had 10 out of 10. The others had 9.4, 9.8. This is in a village. And for the first time, this is the first time they appeared for CBSE test. If that can happen in a village, how did it happen? Because they repeatedly started telling him, yes, you can do it, but this is the way you should learn it. So I think this is a formula that out of your experience and out of our passion for health and happiness, we will create several models.
Absolutely. So I wanted to thank you, Dr. Reddy, for the opportunity.
I will first thank Mr. Kapoor.
Yes.
I am looking forward to the date when we meet together, as you promised. I am waiting for that. And I am very happy, the largest Hindi edition, they're my old friends. Under the member of parliament, and they're all very dear friends of mine in those days. So I'm very happy to see you. God bless you. And of course, NDTV, my name also you mentioned. NDTV did not pay me royalty. You know why? I started 23 years ago, 24/7 ambulance service. So they started 24/7. So whenever I see Pranay, I tell him, Pranay, you took my name 24/7 without penalty, without paying me the royalty. But anyway, they're doing a great job. I'm very proud of them.
I'm sure So we will let Mr. Pranoy know about this. It will become one of the part of the October 2nd program this year.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a
Thank you
privilege.
all very much. But I think what I sincerely wish is you all sign this. But if you can follow it, if you can make others follow it, and then it becomes a continuous process, India will be a healthy and happy nation. Our Prime Minister wants it. Now, two of us together will work towards this goal. God bless you. I love you all.